Today we are demonstrating our Flamingo benchtop labeler integrated with the U2 inkjet printer, which is here around the back. First thing we need to do is everything is set up for these labels. We just need to make sure first few things, our label's on the roll and sent through properly. You can refer to this diagram just here. We also need to make sure that these rings are as close to the label as possible. We want about a 2mm gap, okay, here. This will ensure that the label is running true through the beak, which means that it won't snap or get cut. Okay, we also need to make sure that the tension over here is tight, so the roller. Now what this does, it actually pulls the roll of label, the roll through. Okay, so first thing, we need to make sure that our rolls are all spaces are all about 2mm up and down from the labeler, and here we have a sponge plate at the back of the unit. Okay. Here. So now this plate is actually positioning as well. We need to make sure that it's centered and that there is pressure on the label. Okay. Another thing we need to make sure is that our labels are running through the sensor over here. Now this U sensor, very important. This sensor is now triggered by this printer. So when it sees the gap, the printer will activate. Now the power we've also integrated into the main unit. So we've really integrated the U2 inkjet printer into our Flamingo labeling equipment. So now we need to firstly set our message. So to set the message, due to the positioning of this inkjet printer, we will need to take out the SD card. Okay? On the SD card is all the software and the program that we need. All the manuals and information is on this SD card. So the printer will come with a card reader. You'll put it into the card reader and then you'll put the USB into the computer. Then follow the prompts. So now, in this case, we've made it quick and easy for you. You're just printing on the remote. Print on. All the delays and time is set. We need to hear a beep. Okay, so now that printing is on, we can start our labeler. First thing we need to do is put the conveyor on. So this will start our belts. First thing so once we've got our conveyor on, this will start this belt and your conveyor belt. We also need to make sure the adjustment is correct. So we've got nice spacing and the bottle is turning. Not too tight, otherwise this will affect the label. Okay, so now we can turn our label on. This is the top left on the control. You hear the beep, it means the printer is working. So the first one might not be correct. This is normal. And it's also capped very well into the label. So now we'll run through a few more. Keep in mind, we do need a fair gap between the two passing through. So now we'll just check it's printing, and all of them are printing. Excellent. So let's just get some more bottles. I will just run these over the labels. So